Hello there, and welcome to TEPCOTT Round 2. This was a round that was focused on the hill track, was driven with the Pegasus Reaper. I personally have never been a fan of the hill tracks, especially on the vineyard side of the map, which this particular race was very heavily focused on. I really didn't have any goals for this race except to just finish it, and overall just turned out to be more about survival on the hill section than actual proper race, for me at least. What I did manage to do though, it was avoid the biggest crashes from the first lap, which gave me a good chance to try to drive away from others. Unfortunately, I was aware that I wasn't going to be holding this position for long. But regardless, it gives a good chance to get the first few laps in a relatively clean manner after avoiding the biggest crashes from the beginning. The car itself was really nice to drive. I cannot remember if I've done an event with the Reaper in the past, but especially in the testing when I was trying it out, get a feel for it, it turned out to be a really nice car to drive. Well, unfortunately, given that the track was based on the hills, I knew that despite being a good car, a nice car to drive, I never wouldn't be able to push it really hard. For some reason, the hill tracks have always been difficult for me, and I've never really enjoyed driving them, especially when we're driving on this side of the hills. I always struggle to have a good race with anyone if we are going on this side. As it can be seen, the first lap spread the field quite well, and I was able to drive in a relatively quiet spot for a good while. There we go. First lap completed, which was surprisingly clean for me. And here we can see the dangers of the hill track. A few guys rolling down the hill on the right side. And throughout the previous lap, Billy was catching up to me really fast. And here we can see he's so much faster through these corners, and I don't know how, but he manages just to pull ahead of me. Just flies past with a ridiculous amount of speed. And a little later on the same lap, Kuda comes and catches up me as well. And then we fast forward where the Rojan catches up to me and does a rather stylistic overtake, just flat out for that small jump. Starts to pull a bit of a lead on me. And here I managed to do the biggest crash I had the whole race. Somehow just went wide, clipped that cliff face and rolled over. Lost a position there. This chicane bit was also something I struggled with multiple times, with this spin giving either a chance to go past me. But on the following lap, a third it does a mistake, spins out, and I am able to take that position back. Although that position is quite fleeting, so do a mistake there. He is able to catch up to me. And subsequently I also clipped that apex prop, giving Aether a chance to go past me. From then on I am able to drive several laps pretty much alone. I realized that MB was catching up to me, so I decided to do my pit stop, hoping that I can maintain that few second lead. But it turned out that MB was also taking his pit stop at the same time. You can see that little Christmas tree behind me. And this ended up being the finishing order as well. I was able to keep that 2-3 second lead all the way up to the end, the last few laps that I go. Now, overall this turned out to be a rather boring race. Quite a lot of driving alone. Then again, I don't mind that, because hill tracks have always been difficult to me. So the fact that I was able to drive alone and wasn't ruining anyone else's race was a pretty nice thing. That wraps up my round 2 of season 5 of TEPCOTT. Thank you all for watching. Until next time.